Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Blu Ocean Crypto. Today we've got a special one for you. I want to dive into Karmaverse Zombies and show you how we've been making money in this game. If you guys remember, this was on our top 5 list for NFT Games. You know, our game guild is still playing it right now consistently, and we're actually already halfway back to paying back our entire initial investment. You know, we've just pulled out like $2,500, the other week, which is really great to see during this market. And we still have all our fighters, all our teams, and we're still progressing. So I want to give you guys a little bit of insider information about how we've been doing this, how we've got to this point, and what that whole process looks like. So let's jump right into it. So of course, when you're on your base, really what we're going to be doing is curing and reselling fighters. That needs to be done at the bio lab. Now, when you upgrade it, it actually reduces the time that it takes to cure them. So it is good to get these upgraded, or the biolab upgraded as much as you can, but you can't cure while you're doing it. So that's the balance. So basically what we're going to take a look here at is first curing some 4-star fighters. So those are the highest tier ones that we have. And you want to generally use the same tier zombie or higher. So what that means is if we're using a 4-star zombie, we're going to be using 4-star fighters. You don't really want to use 3-star or less when you're using a higher tier. And I'll kind of show you why here in a second. But if we just pick 2 fighters here that we can see can work together, there's a serum cost right underneath the zombie. But before we talk about that, look on the left-hand side. If we boost this by spending an extra 910 knots, we have a guaranteed chance to at least get a 4-star fighter or better, and a 2% chance for 5-star. But if we don't use the extra knots, we've got 65% chance and 35. Now, I don't boost it because I find that there's a chance you're going to get the 4-star, and you're really cutting in your ability to make a profit. So now we're going to do 3-star. So using 3-star zombie, once again, we're going to use 3-star fighters because, like I said, you want to keep it even. This time it's only going to cost 900 serum. The reason for that is the 0 out of 7 that you see on both of them there. As you use fighters to cure more and more, it does become more expensive. So that's something that you have to bear in mind. You really don't want that 0 out of 7 to go beyond 3 or 4 because then it just gets too pricey to do this. So to show you an example here with another 3-star fighter, 2-star. Now here's the exception. We can use a 3-star zombie with 2-2-stars because we actually get a little bit of a higher chance on getting a 3-star or getting an upgraded version. We have done that sometimes, and you can see I'm doing it here in the example. I still think that's worth it, but using a 4-star zombie with 2 3-star fighters I don't recommend. It's usually best to keep that the same. So once again, here we're going to do 3-star zombie. You can see we've only got a 40% chance if we do that. Now it's up to 65, and that's because we had a 2-star fighter instead of a 3, so keep them even. 3-star zombie, 2 3-star fighters, that's your best bet. Now, just taking a look at, what some of the prices are, so maybe we can pick up a couple more zombies to keep this curing going. We're actually going to purchase this one here for 350 knots. So we're going to mark that down. Okay, we've invested 350 knots towards this curing process. So over on a sheet, I'll mark that down. We're also going to pick up a couple 3-stars so we can do a few more of those. So starting with the 4-star zombie, picking 2 more fighters. Rama's probably good. He's 1 out of 7. We'll use Jaden, who's 2 out of 7. You can see it's going to cost us 5,600 serum. So we need to remember 350 knot for the zombie, 5,625 serum. That's what our cost is of creating this new fighter. So if we want to resell it, we better make sure that we're charging more than what we invested to create it. So, you know what? Let's go back and get one more because we've seen there was another 4-star zombie still sitting in the market. So let's snag that up before someone else does. And it was still a good price, 350 knot. So going back in, same setup. These guys are both 2 out of 7. So now you can see it's 6,700 serum. So it does keep going up. And that's why I said you kind of hit a breaking point at 3, maybe 4, where now it's not profitable anymore to keep using those same heroes to use new ones. You could, maybe you're just trying to build your team, but I would recommend generally you stop. So let's just do another 3-star one here. We're going to use 2 0 out of 7s with 1 3-star. You can see this is the cheapest we can get it, 900 serum. And if we just go in here, you can see we've got 2 3-stars. We don't really need them, right? That was kind of the last option. Maybe we overbought a few, so okay, let's just throw it back on the marketplace. And what we really need to do is figure out, well, how much is a good price for that? So let's see, what are 3-star zombies going for right now? 1.8 is the cheapest. Okay, awesome. So we're going to go back over here and we're going to list it for 1.9, right? Let the lowest one cheap. We don't want to create the new floor. We'll kind of do the same thing with this one. So we did overbuy a couple, whatever, we'll resell it back. You know, it wasn't very much not for the 3 stars anyways. It's really the 4 stars, and if you ever see a 5-star, good luck. I haven't even seen one in the market before. But let's take a look at fighter prices, because remember, we know what we invested. What are we going to potentially get back? Well, we can see here the floor on 4-star fighters is 1100 knot, and it goes up to 2000 pretty quickly. And you can actually see there's kind of a variance between 1000 to 3000, and there's a few that are a little higher. Generally, you can move these pretty quickly between the 1000 and 2000 mark, depending on how strong the fighter is. So some fighters obviously are worth more than others. Moving to 3 stars, it's about 130 knot floor, and you know, up to 200 pretty easy. I've noticed it's pretty good and relatively quick to move them between that range, but of course, once again, it does depend on the fighter. Right, some fighters are just simply worth more because they have better abilities. Like our Vega is listed for 4100. Right now I'm selling Enya for 2100. You know, those have been listed for a little bit. I might wait a few days to lower it. But this is how we're making money. We're basically curing fighters, using those fighters as either an upgrade for our teams, whether it's my primary account or any of the gaming division's account, and then reselling them. And actually, we've really kind of focused on the reselling for the 4 stars, because most of our teams have 1 or 2 4 stars right now. You know, they're pretty strong teams, and just going through this process of, you know, using a couple fighters with anywhere between 0 to maybe 3 out of 7, you know, paying that serum cost, tracking how much did we spend on the zombie, how much did we spend on the serum, and then when we do get the fighter, reselling it for a profit. Now, big important detail here. If you guys remember, there was a 35% chance that we didn't get a 4-star, that you would actually get a 3-star. So if you invested 350 knots and 5600 serum and you get a 3-star, that is a big loss. You're taking a hit. So you are rolling the dice a little bit, but we've consistently been able to hit the 4 stars, I'd say 80% of the time. I think luck is just in our favor. You know, we have had some duds. That has happened. But the profit that we've made off of the ones that we've resold has made up for those duds. So there is some small risk there. I just have never found spending the 910 knot to guarantee that to ever be worth it. As far as going, especially if you want to resell these for profit. But this is what we've been doing. It's been working great for us as the game guild. Like I said, we've paid back about half of our initial investment already. It's been about 3 months since we've been playing really consistently. We still have all our teams. We're still progressing. We still have our fighters. And this has just been a real nice treat for us during this time and as a game guild to be earning consistently through this and have tangible results from it. So I hope this helps you guys. You know, if you have any more questions about the process, definitely leave us a comment down below, or even better, head to our Discord. We're always talking about Karmaverse Zombie in there. We have an entire category dedicated to it. We even have our own alliance if you're interested in joining. We do have a 200 trophies requirement, so you do have to be a little bit along the game to join, but we're still happy to help if you have any questions. And I hope you guys found this video useful, but this is what we're doing. This is how we're making money right now. Okay, guys. As always, make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you haven't already. That shows us that you appreciate this content. The like button helps show it to other people. And of course, hit the bell to stay up to date with all the great content coming out for you guys on a consistent basis. Until next time, cheers.